Good morning. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. How is that even possible? Of course, last night I was anxious about nothing. My meeting with my big boss, her like observing today, went super well. She really liked my group and what I had planned, and she gave me super helpful tips on how to like do it even better. And she had fun and said it was like a great way to start her morning. So I just get so nervous about that stuff for nothing. And my student, like, oh, I'll show you what we did. My student did like the best she's ever done. I was absolutely blown away. If I can even find it. Oh, this isn't it, but this is probably what I'll do a bunch next week, where it's all about winter break. And so they look at this picture, and then I take a picture of this on my phone, and I ask them just all these questions and discussion prompts, and and there's new vocab words and stuff. You always have to clarify though, because last year I would do this, and sometimes I'd assume the kids like knew what a beanie was. And so this time I was like, this is what we're doing next week. Do you know what a beanie is? Do you know what a snowboard is? Do you know what skis are? Do you know what a ski lift is? And this student was like, of course, Miss Katie, but not everybody knows. Oh, this isn't what we did today, but this is a really good one. I got off Teachers Pay Teachers from this lady, the teacher next door. And it's a Coco the Gorilla Inferencing passage, and that one's really good. But I did something similar to that with her, but it was like, gosh, what the heck? I don't know where it is. But it was like a fiction story inferencing. It was just a good one. And then with my next student, I'm gonna do that fossil game, I think, that I've showed you guys before. Because it's just a good one. I put on a little bit of makeup this morning, just some concealer and some mascara. But part of me is looking at myself and I'm like, gosh, should it make me look more tired than usual? Maybe. Oh, I forgot about. I saved a bunch of stuff to my Pinterest and haven't added it to anything. So I'm like, I should look at that. Hello? Anyway, feeling much less stressed out now that that's done. And I think today is gonna be really chill and easy. And my meeting with my other boss was really chill this morning. So I think today's gonna be a nice chill. I mean, it's not. Tuesdays are kind of stressful, but it'll be a nice normal Tuesday. Nothing added to my plate.
I'm wanting to put in enough stuff that people who do want to watch will be like, oh, it's cool to see their creative process. But I'm also like, I don't want to put too much out there because like I want to keep some of this private. Like I don't know, just like
I know
me
the other
being
day when I was
paranoid.
streaming with Cody, because we had both of our voices on, we were just like rambling through things, and I told him, I was like, Katie and I want to pitch our show to you again, and I almost like just pitched it right there, but I was like, I don't want to just say this on Twitch when there's that one viewer who secretly wants shows to sell on the black market.
Dude, that's exactly what I think every time where I'm like, someone's gonna take these really good ideas.
No one will.
I know. It's just like that Drew Gooden video where he's reading from whatever that stupid Hooked, and it's like that girl who kills her friend over a book that's never been published, and she's like, no, it's my book, and it's like she's not even a successful author. That's us. We're like, no one can steal our ideas. The 12 people who are watching, one must be someone who will steal.
I guess I'm just here while she's recording. I don't know. How do I entertain you? How do I entertain you? It's like Britney Broski or whatever. It smells like a public restroom. It smells like a public restroom. Iconic. What if I just did this when Katie got back? Oh God, can I like frame that right? Oh God, I want to frame this right. Am I gonna scare her? Probably not. Trying to scare her. It just popped up on my TikTok. I'm just literally holding my phone up. Oh, she's gonna think I'm the stupidest thing, or she's gonna be like, no. We're so horny for these teenage boys. The audio's funny. The image is not. Here we go. Here she comes. I can't even see her. Oh, she walked away. She went to the bathroom and she walked away. There's a dog. My arms hurt from holding this phone.
I hate that.
I'm sorry. I knew you would.
I walked by and I was like, what the
I got on the TikTok and it just like that was on my TikTok and I was like, I'm gonna
hate it. I knew it was you and it's still like my heart is racing because it was like I walked by to go to the bathroom and was like, what the is that? Here's the other funny thing. I was just about to
I'm just excited because you've been recording this whole time.
I was just about to come in and tell you how anxious I've been today, and then I was like,
I'm sorry.
You know. But, and all of a sudden I'm like, someone hacked into my webcam. I thought it twice. I was like, there's no way. It's just Joey being weird. But then I was like, but what if, here's what I pictured. Oh, no. I was like, it's just Joey messing with me. But then I was like, what if I sit down, put my headphones in? And I'm like, knock it off, Joey. And then it's like, I hacked into your webcam. I would be like, no. I took one class where it was this older lady who just was like, I'm taking this class because I love to tell stories. And then she'd be like, one day I was walking through, and we're all like, oh no. It's like, I used to be a yoga teacher and I'd have tantric sex on the floor. And we're all like, no, lady, quit. And she's like, look at my posters. And she'd be like sitting in the floor. She would like purposely put the camera really far away and she'd be like this far away from the camera.
No.
And she'd be sitting on the floor like crisscross and be like, it was so weird. It was just so weird. And it was so weird.
I don't think I could like put my laptop like like and have like this interact because I have to like squint to see people.
That is what she was like.
Oh, we're typing now. Type. Oh, you sent a link.
Dude, that is what it was like. And like that teacher would do PowerPoints. And she would do PowerPoints all the time, and that girl would just sit all the way back. You could see her whole body. It was so weird. Like, and she would have it up. Like she clearly had her laptop like up on a shelf or something so that it was like a more flattering angle, which it's like, good job, know your angles, but like what?
See, and I'm even having trouble hearing you from back here. I have to like lean in. Might as well just like.
She would ask what all the time. She'd go, what? And it's like, bitch, get closer to the camera. What do you mean, what? So would you see that all the rest of us are like right here being like, thank you for teaching me this class. I actually feel really great about both sets of feedback for both of our shows.
I do too. Sorry, I'm moving in my living room.
Ugh. No worries.
Yeah, I in no way feel panicked or anything.
Me either.
I think I want to talk about Rosebuds first. Remind me, what was the big thing that I took away from that? I gotta remember. It was so long ago now. Um. Oh, we need to find the meat of Ryan's life needs to be meaningful, so we need
Oh
to
yeah, let
show
me
every
add
episode.
that note too.
That's what I took away, was like thinking, like, because when I think about Yurds, while there is like that plot, and we'll talk about that she's saying it's super heavy, I do think there is like a theme of lying and not knowing who, and like having to like hide yourself behind others. Like there's something there with the truth, kind of fake news, truth, people being true to themselves.
Definitely.
But with Rosebuds, even though it is kind of turning a little more sitcom-y sometimes with some of the humor we have, she's right in that that was like the last note she gave you, and I was like, whoa, was that each episode needs to have like that
Theme.
like how when you watch Parks and Rec, every episode ends and you're just like, oh,
yes.
the heart of like it's
well,
like, and
I was just
like
gonna say, I just finished all of Big Mouth season 4. I cried in every fucking episode, and every episode has a beautiful theme, even though it's so silly and so funny and so stupid, just like Rosebuds. Every episode made me fucking cry because
right.
it had a good, cohesive theme that was well executed.
And the overall theme of it all is, I mean, I haven't seen the new season of Big Mouth, but I've seen all the other ones. It's like, I mean, I can't put it into words, but it's just like this awkward time. It's like obviously this examination of puberty, but it's like everyone's going through it, so it's obviously going to be meaningful and to everyone, and everyone is dealing with something. So it's like they're all on this universal page together. And so with Rosebuds, if we're really talking about Ryan and his meaningful life, we need to like hit home those moments of like, this has meaning, like this has so much meaning, like this is,
We have to have those sweet, that's why Parenthood is still a good comparison to that. That's why I still love Parenthood meets It's Always Sunny. We've got this ridiculous humor of It's Always Sunny mixed with like this genuine heart of Parenthood, where there's got to be these moments where it's like, oh,
and we had so much
sister.
fun.
Oh,
We had so
Evan.
much fun this week writing those It's Always Sunny moments, like with the barebacking, like all that stuff. We had so much fun getting to like tickle ourselves. But then like her advice, which is very Parenthood, where she was like, I want to see those like the dispensary here, I want to see the family moments and all that. We do need to dive more into
Definitely.
Janessa and Ryan's relationship, Sylvester. We need to have those moments.
And I do picture them all living at home together. I don't know why Janessa would live at home, but I do picture her living at home for some reason.
It's a small town.
Maybe because she's just like such a good Christian girl that it's like she's gonna live with her dad till she gets married, even though she's like 30.
I see that too, 100%.
Yeah.
I think when we visit Rosebud, we need to just remind ourselves what is the message we're going for, and then the comedy will come out. Because when they were like, oh, the character that we walked away the most with was Evan, is great. But that's because we're like leaning into the comedy so much right now.
Yeah.
Which is great. But
yes.
It's almost like the opposite problem, because Yurds
we really did have the opposite problem. Yes.
Yurds is very plot driven, which, to be fair, we, like Sarah, had to start all over kind of on our Yurds.
We absolutely did.
And so we were just so hell-bent on trying to get...
When Sarah got that feedback, I was like, we know exactly how that feels. We had to totally start over, and it's so hard. And worth it.
And I know I wanted to leap in it and then be like, we had to do it, it's worth it. And we might have to do it again, we don't know.
Yeah.
But, what was I just going to say? Train of thought, come back. I just like died.
Sorry.
No, that's not your fault, it's mine. I was talking about Sarah. We were so focused on writing this new story and making sure the plot works this time, because before we had the Panama baby stuff and like, you know, this stuff, these funny things, but the plot wasn't, and it was a conspiracy based show.
Right.
And so now we wanted to get our conspiracy and our plot down. Now that we have that, we need to lean more into, because she gave the same, and maybe it's the title of the show, because her and our teacher both are like, I want that yerdiness. And I don't know if that's necessarily what me and you want, or do we want that, you know?
Right. And I don't know. So maybe we do need to change the title.
Right. But I think so many people love the title because they're like, what is that? And so that's hard too.
Right.
So like,
but I love the idea of this show being called Yurds, and you're like, oh, it's going to be about yearbook nerds. And then it's like, whoa, conspiracy, you know? But
I mean, then maybe
also,
I was going to say maybe then it's like about maybe there's like other students in the school being like hot yerds, and they're just like
That can be our funny moments. You know, I guess there will be humor and like it is a cute idea of them like I guess I don't picture it being Natalie and Eric though. It's almost like I picture it being everybody else. But I do picture them always set in a yearbook world, like yearbook camp, yearbook class, yearbook assignments. You know what I mean? So that's what's hard is I'm like, well, every situation they're put in is because of yearbook. That's why they always have a camera. That's why they're always doing XYZ.
And you know what? I don't think we told that today because we have a flashback episode, which we want, but like that's not set in the yearbook world.
Well, and the parts that we read don't explain it, but like the paragraphs do a little bit where Fernsby's like, take pictures at the dance.
Yeah.
Take pictures at the parade building. You know what I mean? Like we know that, but we definitely didn't make it clear enough.
And I think that's true, and we can make it more clear and make it more action-based, as she was saying. I think we also just need to like let Fernsby kind of run some of these episodes a little more than we're just kind of having him just like being a side person, like do this, and then it just kind of fizzles. We kind of need it to be like, no, this episode is about this yearbook assignment, and the conspiracy just kind of comes out.
We almost need to like, just like, no, not just like Community, but almost like Community where it's like, this episode is called Spanish 101. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, not every scene. They're not in the Spanish class in every scene, but like we know at the top of the episode that they have a Spanish assignment that they have to complete. Like we almost need to like have the episodes be like that where it's like, the assignment, we can almost like title the episodes like that, but with yearbook stuff where it's like academic section, blah, 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 blah.
I agree. And if we just pick like a class, like how we said that one time with the dead body, when we were like, we'll do a thing about the theater.
Yes.
They'll naturally
and we can still have an episode like that.
And the episode will write itself. I think we need to write those episodes. And if I don't know what future assignments are going to look like, because obviously like next week is like a pitch writing, or it's our pitch. Mm-hmm. But I think if we do have to come back and like show episode ideas or whatever, we need to start writing those episodes. Because right now our episodes, like I said, are the flashback, the finale, and then these homecoming things that are very like I think the only one that is kind of yearbooky is when they're breaking into the newspaper room and Fernsby's at the conference and gets fondue. Like that's like if we read that whole paragraph, I think that sells the show so well.
And that's the one that I feel like people were like, oh yes, nailed it. Yeah. And
so maybe we do need to look, I say put the flashback episode to the side because it's just our fan fiction right now. It's needed because we need to know Griffin.
Well, I think in reality, like TV shows are going to have 15 to 24 episodes. So it's like, great, we have about 5 episodes and we need minimum 10 more.
Right.
For a whole season. So it's like, great, we have those, that's wonderful. And now we fill in the gaps because like we said earlier, it's like the episodes we wrote are kind of spaced out and there's going to be several episodes between each one.
The episode that you feel best about, as do I, the one with the fondue poopiness, is great. It's yearbooky. It has that conference. The finale does too, kind of, because it's written as finale, but we have like the beginning part of them going around trying to sell yearbooks, and they could be visiting all those places we've seen throughout the series. But what I was going to say is the second episode that we wrote, episode 2, with the dance and stuff, that one feels the most like plot-y and not yearbooky. So maybe we just need to look at that episode a little more and see if we can make yearbook more important in that one somehow. Bye.